All right, welcome to the second video in the History Day series. This one is about choosing your topic and writing your research question. So, this is step one of your project and it is worth 15 points. It is due tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So, you should be working on this today and tomorrow. A couple of you have already gotten ahead a little bit and finished it, so that's awesome. Let's take a look at the worksheet that you are assigned to do, and let's do an example. So your worksheet looks like this. There are two parts to it. The first part is picking a topic of something that you want to research. So be thinking, yesterday I asked you to think about things in history that interested you. And you were supposed to have done that for your question today. And now you are at the point where you're going to pick one of those things and actually do a project on it. So my topic that for my example is going to be the Aztec Empire, because I always thought as a kid that was a really cool empire and I wanted to learn more about it. So why are you interested in the Aztec Empire? Well, for starters, they had one of the coolest cities ever built that was built on a lake. So the city of Tenochtitlan was built on a lake. So, your reason for why you chose this can be personal, right? It can be something that you think is really cool and awesome. So for me, when I was a kid, I always thought that it would be awesome to have visited that city because it's built on a lake, and that's very different from how we build our cities today. So what do I already know about the Aztec Empire? The more stuff you list here, the better you will for brainstorming your topic. So I know that they controlled most of modern day Mexico. I know the Mexican flag represents their origin myth. We talked about that when we did Mexican history a few weeks ago. I know that they built an incredible city on a lake. I know they were conquered by the Spanish. And the man who did that, his name was Hernan Cortez. And I know the year because I've read about this. So if you know, some of you might know a lot about your topic already, so you can make some specific things. Be as detailed as possible. I know they performed human sacrifice. So I know they had a strong military. So anything that you know about them will be helpful for you to generate some stuff you already know. Now, after you have done that, your final step is going to be creating questions that will help you guide your research. So, what are some questions that you have about your topic? And if you write a good question, this will help you try to answer it with your research. So some of my questions would be, how did the Aztecs come to rule the Valley of Mexico? How did they become so powerful? What was their military like? How did they build the amazing city of Tenochtitlan? If you want to write more, you can write more questions. Maybe I want to write a question about, why were the Spanish able to conquer them? So you need at least 3 possible questions, and these questions will be helpful for you so you can try to go back and answer them in your next step. So today, your job is to pick a topic, tell me why it interests you, give me what you know about it already, and then write 3 research questions. You can write more if you want, but this is your job for today. After that, if you finish this, then you can go on to step 2, which is in my next video about doing research.